Okay. All right. Today is March 30th, 2026. It is 6:34 p.m. We are opening tonight's Planning and Zoning Board meeting being held remotely. Do I need to read the whole room procedures for remote participation?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Do I need to do anything else before I do that?
No.
Okay. Procedures for remote participation. This meeting will be conducted remotely over Zoom. This meeting may be broadcast live and recorded on ECAT. To use Zoom, you'll need to use the link on the agenda or download the Zoom application at www.zoom.us. And create an account or use one of the call-in numbers listed on the agenda. You will need the webinar ID to join by phone only. While conducting remote meetings, we will endeavor to keep meeting operations as close to standard procedures as possible. However, use of the remote platform will necessitate some additional meeting protocols. While the board members or commissioners and applicants will be on video and audio invited to speak by the chair, public participants joining by Zoom will be muted and with no video feed from them. Public lines will be muted throughout the meeting to allow the board to conduct business and to eliminate background noise. Number 2, for general meetings, not hearings, and only for items under which the chair solicits public comment, members of the public participating in the Zoom meeting may submit a written question via text chat, provided
Recording in progress.
Provided they include their full name and address for the public record. Members of the public viewing the meeting on ECAT may submit questions in writing via email to dped@easton.ma.us. The chair reserves the right to respond to questions during the live meeting, but may limit the time for such activities. Any questions not addressed in the meeting may be answered afterwards via email and will be incorporated into the minutes of the meeting for the public record. Number 3, all votes will be by roll call. Number 4, for public hearings during the public testimony portion of the meeting, members of the public joining via Zoom may be recognized by using the raise hand function found under participants from Zoom, or make a request with the Q&A function. If you're joining only by phone, you can press *9 to raise your hand. When starting testimony, please state your name and address for the record. The chair reserves the right to designate a specific point of the hearing at which testimony may be offered, the duration of the comment period afforded to each individual and/or entity, and the number of individuals, entities permitted. Number 5, as in any public hearing, testimony offered must be related to the hearing being held, and off-topic commentary or indecent behavior will not be tolerated. The chair reserves the right to end the testimony of anyone who abuses use of the meeting platform and to remove them from the hearing. And number 6, when all business indicated on the agenda has been completed, the members will vote to adjourn the meeting, signaling the end of the meeting and the termination of the ECAT recording. All participants will be disconnected from the meeting at that time.
I would recommend doing a roll call just to indicate who's here.
Okay. Roll call. Kedem?
Hi.
Weeks?
Here.
And Kidd is here.
Do you have each of the public hearing notices, or would it be easier for me to share screen if you'd like?
I do have them.
Okay.
All right. So do I need to do anything, or do I just read the public?
You could just read the. What I would do is you could vote to open the public hearing.
Okay.
Open it, read the notice, and then take a motion to continue April 13th at 6:30.
Okay. All right. So shall we open the public hearing for special permit duplex for 224 Main Street?
Yes.
Do we need a motion?
Yes.
So.
Motion to open the public hearing.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. Take a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Weeks? Kedem?
Aye.
And Kidd is an aye as well. So public hearing is open, and I will read the notice into the record. The Planning and Zoning Board will hold a remote public hearing on Zoom on Monday, March 30th, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. on the petition of George G. Hardiman, petitioner, and William A. Soberage Jr. and Andrea J. Soberage, owners, for property located at 224 Main Street, Easton, Mass., Assessors Map 17U, Lot 159, for a special permit duplex pursuant to MGL 40A9 and Easton Code Book 235-56 and 235-13D, Appendix A-1, A2, for the conversion of an existing dwelling to a two-family dwelling unit. The agenda with Zoom meeting instructions will be posted at least 48 hours in advance of the meeting. Those who cannot attend and wish to submit written testimony for the record may do so by sending an email with the subject, address referenced on this notice, to dped@easton.ma.us. If testimony is not received by 10 a.m. day of hearing, the board may not have sufficient time to consider it. Written testimony should include your full name and address. Anonymous written comments may not be accorded the same weight as testimony from identifiable sources.
And now you would have a motion to I just want to clarify for the members of the public here to be on the same page with the board members here. We have a very limited quorum tonight. There were some last minute issues that came up with other board members. And for the sake of making sure that the entire board has an opportunity to hear everything, and also to be more efficient, we're going to have to making a recommendation that the board is going to continue the public hearing to the next Planning and Zoning Board, and that motion will have the date, time, and place for that to occur. And so for that, just for record, would be the next board meeting will be April 13th at 6:30 p.m.
Do I have a motion to continue the public hearing to April 13th at 6:30 p.m.?
Motion to continue the public hearing for 224 Main Street to the next meeting, April 13th at 6:30 p.m. Was it the 13th?
10 seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
Any questions?
Any questions? Hearing and seeing none, let us have a vote. Weeks.
Aye.
Kedem.
Aye.
And Kid is an aye as well. So public hearing will be continued on April 13th at 6:30 p.m. Okay, moving on to the next public hearing. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing for special permit mixed use for, for 41 Washington Street?
Motion to open public hearing for 41 Washington Street, mixed use.
Second.
All right, any questions? Hearing and seeing none. Kedem?
Aye.
Weeks?
Aye.
And Kid is an aye as well. All right, I will read the notice into the record. The Planning and Zoning Board will hold a remote public hearing on Zoom on Monday, March 30th, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. on the petition of Robert Vieira, applicant, JBRV Real Estate, LLC, owner, for property located at 41 Washington Street, Easton, Massachusetts, Assessors Map 4U, Lot 5, for a special permit mixed use duplex and aquifer protection pursuant to MGL 40A9 and Easton Code Book 235-56, 235-46E1, and 235-13D, Appendix A1, Table of Use Regulations A2 and A5, for the redevelopment and continued use as a landscape/yard and office, and the conversion of a residential dwelling to a two-family dwelling unit partially located in the Aquifer Protection District. The agenda with Zoom meeting instructions will be posted 48 hours in advance of the meeting. Those who cannot attend and wish to submit written testimony for the record may do so by sending an email with the subject, address referenced on this notice, to dped@easton.ma.us. If testimony is not received by 10 a.m. day of hearing, the board may not have sufficient time to consider it. Written testimony should include your full name and address. Anonymous written comments may not be accorded the same weight as testimony from identifiable sources. Robert sits in chair. Motion to continue the public hearing for 41 Washington Street to April 13th at 6:30 p.m.
Second.
I guess I was asking for a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Motion to continue the public hearing for 41 Washington Street to the next meeting, April 13th at 6:30 p.m.
All right. Okay. Do I have a second from you, Amos?
Ken second.
Okay. Any questions? Hearing and seeing none. Weeks,
Aye.
Kedem,
Aye.
and Kid is an aye as well. All right. Now, just to wrap up, motion to adjourn. From someone.
Motion to adjourn, Kevin.
Second.
Okay. Any questions? Hearing and seeing none. Kedem,
Aye.
Weeks,
Aye.
and Kid is an aye as well. So
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Sorry about the short notice on that.
that's all right. All right, Amos, you gonna sign us off?
Good night. Good luck.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
everyone.
All
Have a
right.
good night, guys.
See you
All right.
April 13th.
Bye-bye.